guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatum Temia. I am the host of the Blessed and Bossed Up podcast and a CEO of Anchored Media. In today's video, I want to give you some tips on how to maximize your income as an entrepreneur. Everybody online tells you charge your worth, raise your prices, all of these things. But in my opinion, one of the first things that you should do to maximize your income is to pay attention to your profit margins. So before you are quick to raise your prices with your audience and all of that, look at how much it costs you to do business and how you can reduce that overhead or how you can reduce the expenses that come with delivering whatever product or service you have. Maybe it's saying, okay, I need to order 1,000 versus 500 of the product because that's going to bring my cost down. So what that does is it allows you to make more money without charging your customer anything else. Or let's say it's if I have a book or some type of journal or something like that, let me ship it out media mail versus regular mail, because media mail is usually cheaper than regular mail if you didn't know that. And so that'll allow you to make a couple extra more dollars per product than just raising the price on the audience side. Maybe it's some technology that you're using in your business that you can consolidate. So my team is actually getting ready to switch to a new project management software that eliminates about 3 other softwares that we use. And that's actually the premise of this company, is to have one software that does the job of multiple. And so this is great for us, and it saves us a lot of money because we're just consolidating into one tool that works for us and it saves us money. So now again, these are all things that you can do to make more money without charging your audience more. And I think that in this online business world, it's not talked about enough on how to maximize your profits in your business. It's all about charge your worth, charge your worth. And I'm not even gonna get on that tangent because most people, you haven't even done the things to be worth what you're charging in the first place. But nevertheless, it's not always about making more money. If you can make more money without selling one more product or service. You can make more money by just reducing your expenses, and not to where it's inconveniencing you, but you're just making smart and strategic choices so that your take-home pay can be higher. And if you do want to raise your prices, and I'm not saying don't do it, you should definitely raise your prices every year for sure. As your expertise grows, definitely raise your prices. As your results grow, definitely raise your prices. But what I'm saying is most of the time we're looking for more money in our business, and it's not always in more customers or in charging more. It's in taking a deeper look at the financials and making better decisions there to solve that problem. If you don't have an accountant in your business, you need to get one for sure. Someone that is going to not just keep your books, but is going to interpret that data for you and to be able to help you make those decisions of, hey, you can cut costs here, you can cut costs there. This is what your profit margin is right now, but this is how you can increase it. So if you don't have an accountant and money is not your area of expertise, please get one. Another way to maximize your income, and this also allows you to diversify your income, is to multiply the ways in which one product or service makes money. So hear me out. Let's use our business model for an example. I have a podcast. My podcast makes money by being a product because advertisers sell ad space on the show. So it's a product in and of itself. My podcast also makes money because it drives customers into my books, my business, whatever it is that I'm offering. It drives people there. So it makes money that way. My podcast is audio. If I choose to, I could then take the audio of, let's say, the top 10 episodes, transcribe them, clean it up, and turn that into something like a devotional. I could take 10 more episodes, transcribe it, clean it up, turn that into something like an ebook. All things that I sell. Right? So this is now one thing that is allowing me to diversify my income by just multiplying the ways in which I monetize it. So for you, whatever it is that you offer, think of how many ways can I represent this offer to make me money. So now you don't have 50 different programs in your business that you're trying to sell, but instead you have 50 different formats of whatever the problem is that you solve that you sell. So you have, again, a book, you have a podcast, you have a program, whatever it may be, you're still solving the same problems, but you're multiplying that main thing. Because in going back to the podcast, having a podcast, I can have an event Still doing the same thing, recording a show, but people will pay to come see it in person. That's another revenue stream. Now, I'm not trying to skew you into starting a podcast. I'm just giving an example of how one thing can make money multiple ways. And that's something that you should look for with your business, identifying what is that one thing that really just hits home with your audience. For me, it's the podcast, right? The podcast is a huge, huge hit. And I'm able to diversify that into so many streams of income by just that one thing. So it doesn't have to be difficult, but it does take you truly just getting into the weeds of your business and paying attention so that you can make these strategic high-level decisions. Now, in order to do this, you have to make sure you build up your rapport with being an expert in your field. So using the example of a podcast, because I have this show that is so successful, my audience is seeing, oh, I want my show, my podcast idea or whatever to have that type of impact. So that's very easy to lead people into Anchored Media and what we do for podcasters, because through this platform, not only am I building people up spiritually, helping people with their business, really just connecting with the audience, I'm also proving via the success of the show that I know what I'm doing as it relates to podcasting, which leads way and opens the door for my company, Anchored Media. And so I'm able to diversify and multiply this one platform in so many different revenue streams because of the connection to my audience and then my clear level of expertise. So for you, whatever it is that you do, make sure that you build a community of people who bought into what you have to say, right? I have a community of people who bought into the idea to make God the CEO of their business. That's why they buy the merch. That's why they buy the devotional. That's why they buy the prayer journal. That's why they buy the book. Because it is a podcast. Most of them are called to have podcasts. So that's why they trust me to help them with Anchored Media. So make sure that you're building a community of people who are able to connect with what you have to say. And then you also show those people that you're qualified to solve whatever the problem is. Most businesses fail because they don't solve a real problem. So when it comes to your business, make sure that you're solving a real problem and then implement the things that we talked about in this video so that you can create that core offering that you're able to multiply and use that to multiply your or diversify your income. So that's it for this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when I post another video, and I'll see you in the next one.